Hey folks, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be going over another Andrew Ditch video. It is called Detective Wark, November 2019. I was found innocent on these accusations. Now you might be wondering, what accusations? Well, they weren't just accusations. He was actually charged with poisoning his family with Epsom salts and laxatives. You might have seen this clip, which went around the internet all over the place.
A man from the city of Tonawanda faces 3 felony charges accused of spiking the food of several of his family members. Police say 34-year-old Andrew Ditch put Epsom salts and laxatives in the food and the water reservoir of the family's coffee machine. The family members knew something was wrong when they all started to suffer from nausea, abdominal pain, and severe diarrhea. Ditch was arraigned and is being held on $5,000 bail. He will return to court tomorrow for a felony hearing.
Now, back in 2019, he posted a video, a 45-minute version, which is essentially this. This is actually 4 hours, so this is like the whole thing. But what I suspect he did was he bugged his father's phone. So when his dad and Joe went to talk to police about what they thought was going on, he recorded everything and eventually put it on the internet. But now we have the full version. I suspect a lot of it is going to be filler, just a lot of garbage. So we're going to listen to whatever is worth listening to. It should be interesting. I'm going to try not to interrupt too much, but I will give my insight, and I'm sure some snarky comments will come out. So let's listen to this now. All right. And as you see on the screen, he has a copy of the charges being either reduced or dropped. Um, Apparently that's proof of something. It's not. But yeah, let's listen.
Okay, it's
Polyethylene glycol 330/50 USP powder for oral solution.
wonderful. Does mom know about that?
Yeah,
That she's
prescription laxative.
really 10 20, what's today? 28th
Yeah,
October. It's around 10:30, going to the
10:40,
police department, city of Tonawanda.
10:40, put it on.
So they're obviously talking about what he used to poison them with. I'm thinking maybe they actually found what he used. He also sent a text message. I don't know if they're gonna read it during this interview, but it is kind of what sparked all of this. He sent, actually, I think his friend, I think he actually had a friend back then, Amanda or something, if she was real, one of them, one of the real ones, sent a copy of the screenshot to his father. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, warning him about this. And I'm going to read the text he sent really quick before we go further and listen to the rest of the video. So some of this is cut off, but it says, I feel so bad for who is going to have to clean up later tonight. There's going to be a point of the time tonight everybody could be needing the toilet at the same time to go poop. Of course, he's obsessed with poop. Sick. Just think the dogs had the same thing we had as well. Um, Even sicker because that means he poisoned the dogs as well. It just shows what a degenerate he is. He has no shame. He's willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants or get revenge on people. Furthermore, it says magnesium sulfate. What is that, Mom? Epsom salt. What is that, Mom? The same thing you, and then it cuts off. The magnesium sulfate is in the powder form, that it was in the bathroom. You can control the potency of it. I put 8 tablespoons in there. That is triple the dose of any amount. Enjoy. It's not going to hurt. It's going to run right through you. And it's going to be a good clean out. And somebody's going. All right. Also, I just want to read this really quick. It's not on the screen. I'm just reading it to you. It says, Tom recalled how he discovered that Andrew had been poisoning him in a phone call with Erie County APS in 2022, stating, I'm not happy when he puts some stuff in our food, even though he denies it. and we got a stomach ache, and we're in a lot of pain. And he had taken pictures of it and showed it to one of his friends on the internet, and she informed us. Otherwise, we wouldn't even have ever known. Epsom salt is not a great thing to have in your food, and you eat it, and you won't even know it, and you get sick real quick. Yeah, alright, let's continue with the video.
We're finding all this stuff all over the place. I mean, I hit the laxative that you had, and I also hit the other. But still, this is just laxatives. It could be a lot worse. But I mean, we don't know what to think.
So I have to comment on that. He said it could be a lot worse than laxatives. Well, yeah, but the fact is, your son poisoned you. You see how they already start to downplay it. And it's because they're so used to being abused by him. It's like nothing anymore.
You gotta be careful, because if you accuse somebody if you're unsuspicious without real proof, we could be in trouble too. No?
Hi, how you doing? Good, how are you guys tonight?
Crazy day, crazy night.
Well, that's not true what he just said. He just said that if they were wrong, he could be in trouble too. No, not at all. If you suspect someone is poisoning you, you should go to the police, whether you know for a fact or not.
I get it. Just tell Jen at the window there you're here.
Okay, all right.
See ya.
Yeah, see you later. Take care now. We're here.
Detective Wark called, and I guess, or my dad talked to him and said he wanted to speak with.
Well, actually, Andy did, and then he talked to me.
My name is Joe. My dad's Tom. All right, sounds good. Bye. He's probably going home for the night.
It's about that time. Yeah, let's see what's about me. Bring your dog over so you can visit with him? Oh, he's a character, I'll tell you. They always get twisted up as soon as they get out of the car. And around the tree, around the basket, the garbage can, or whatever. It's like... I just had to laugh. Oh, 3 hours over there until today. And it wasn't going to go. It was going to cancel. He was making a fight out of it. And I told him, you're going.
Come on in, you guys. I'll take you over to Detective Wark, okay?
Okay.
Are you at Ward or?
Wark.
Wark. Yeah.
Alright.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Hey, how you doing?
Brian here. Trying to help.
It's crazy, I tell you. He's off the rocker a little bit tonight. Now,
He'll be calling us.
oh, I'm positive.
You know, you really do try to help. I don't know what else to do.
Well, I spent 3 hours with his psychiatrist.
Did you, you met today with somebody?
Oh, yeah. Big,
Told me he
time,
was
a
gonna.
big meeting today. And the wheels are starting to spin. But the doctor can't come up with a solution yet because there's too much involved because it's for medication.
Torpedoes every idea that anybody ever comes up with.
He tears everything apart.
And he also has blank threats of suing people.
Oh, yeah, we all know that.
He's even trying to sue me too, you know, his own family.
So they're talking about his typical behavioral issues. Some of this is a little bit hard to hear, but it gets a lot better quick. They were just talking about how he threatens to sue everyone. Yeah, some things just never change.
We're doing.
Yes,
How you doing, Joe? How you guys feeling?
Lieutenant Scarpino's office, how you doing?
Yeah, it used to be Joe's office.
Yeah,
Come on, there.
Buddy Joe.
Thank you guys for coming in.
Yeah. I scared him a little bit for retirement.
Yeah, you got him out of here?
Yeah, he
Thank
goes.
you, I appreciate that. I got a nice office.
You got a nice office.
in the park. I do. I think it changed the color here. That'd be great.
He's working in Grand Island now. He's in the Grand Island schools.
Really?
Just part-time, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's what I I do too, because I tell you, after
Yeah,
a
that's
month
the
or so,
thing,
you
you
go
know.
a little
That's
stir
the
crazy
background
after a while, you
for
gotta do
Gave
something,
my dad.
my opinion.
Okay.
I'll let you guys.
All right, I'll take it. Should I take it?
Yep.
All right. You wanna get one out of the?
You got your teeth?
Yeah.
He says, go ahead and get it tested and everything, there's nothing in it other than, cornstarch and everything. It's not the,
Yeah. All right.
the laxative
So-
or,
I'm concerned that things are gonna blow, and something bad's gonna happen.
yeah.
So I know you didn't want anything done, but it's at the point where I'm gonna press charges, okay? And so what I would like is to get your guys' statements. I don't wanna see you get arrested. I've been following you on YouTube,
Oh, yeah.
okay, and I know that he baits you,
Mm-hmm.
and then he starts to record once you get mad.
Mm-hmm.
He needs help. Your home is not the right environment for him.
Yeah,
It's not good for you.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get arrested, who's taking care of Janet?
Nobody.
So at this point, they're going to press charges regardless. The problem is, without cooperation from his parents and, the rest of the family, it's a lot harder to prosecute. And it's very likely why they dropped the charges.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, because he won't take care of it.
What's Andy gonna do to her?
Yeah.
So
gonna be
what
upstairs
I'd like
for
tonight, and I know you guys don't want to see him getting in trouble, but he's kind of brought this.
I mean, I know he called some one of you guys this morning.
Yep.
I don't know if he called yesterday or anything, or what was
He's
going
calling us
on.
every day.
Because I told, I think it was Officer Lynch, is his name? Dave?
Lodge.
Lynch.
Yeah.
So he was the actual one that looked into it after I talked to the officer last week about it. Me and Joe came in. Because we kept on wondering why we're sick, and Joe was losing a lot of work and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I says, it kind of dawned on me. I says, Joe's laxative he used when he had the colonoscopy was sitting on the stove. And I says, oh, maybe that's slipping into something. But then when he made the comment and then told, I don't know what's her name, Joanne,
Mhm.
that he put it in our stew.
Yeah. You
And
put
that
it in
we
your
ate,
stew?
and then we better be close to a bathroom because I was gonna explode and all this other
Did
stuff.
you guys go see a doctor or anything?
No,
or did
we
it
didn't.
pass?
But just 2 days ago, again, I had some double up cramps. But that day earlier, I found on the kitchen table, and I wish I took a picture before I got rid of it and hid it.
So they had suspected this for a while and didn't do anything. I think that's absolutely nuts. Like, maybe I'm a little more cruel, but if it were a family member of mine, I would not give a shit. He would be thrown in jail. I don't know why they're okay with just taking literal criminal abuse, other than the fact that they're just so used to it.
A bottle of Epsom salt. And I asked my wife, being a nurse,
Let me-
I says, would it kill you double pain in the stomach and everything?
Yeah.
And my wife says, oh yeah, that stuff is
Yeah,
really
it will.
wicked.
So
And Janet was a nurse, so she is familiar with this. One thing that kind of saddens me a little bit is that Tom and Joe didn't want to protect Janet. Because even if they didn't want to get Andy in trouble, because of what he did to them, they should have been worried about Janet. She had always been sickly. She had been really sickly for the past probably 5 years of her life. And him poisoning her could have killed her.
I don't know if you know this or not, but the right amount of Epsom salts digested
Yeah.
can cause heart failure. That's
Yeah,
how
and I'm
serious
already
this
on
is.
blood pressure, so that.
Oh, you're on
probably
it, like,
wouldn't even-
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what my concern is.
That's what my wife said. I mean,
So-
he could do it accidentally or whatever. Anthony
Yeah.
was doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, come
But,
on.
but can we
What
really
happens when
prove
there's no
that he
Epsom
did?
salts and he's only got rat poison or
And so when he
See, he just keeps downplaying. He could, playing. I think I said ploying. But yeah, no, he keeps downplaying. Oh, he could have done it accidentally. Oh yeah, I'm sure he just accidentally knocked some Epsom salts and laxatives into the family stew. Happens all the time. Oh god, I accidentally did that just last night. That's a joke, by the way.
Was in here the other night.
Seriously.
Yeah, I know, I
And I'm
know.
not trying to get you against your son, but when he was in here the other night, I watched the body camera footage
Yeah.
from talking to Lieutenant and Officer
You
Cruz.
find it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I found it, and he thinks it's funny.
Hey, oh yeah, he was laughing about it. I asked him about it.
really.
Well, what
And he
happened?
says he's done it to you before in the past.
Oh, yeah.
Listen to how sick that is. He thinks it's funny, and they don't want to press charges. Bonkers.
Yeah, he did it one other time. We used to do it on, I used to do it on one park
Yeah, he
back in
told
the
me-
day.
he told me it
And
was
all
like
of a sudden they had a
15
run,
when
and
he
I
got-
said,
He actually said he wishes he did it this time. So, yeah.
But that
So
was
he's,
after
so he's
he-
admitting that he
Yeah,
did it.
after he admitted.
he admits it and he don't, and I told him right out, I says, here's the story, back in the early, late 70s, early 80s, I worked for Mesmer's, I don't know that, but before your time, for milk. I used to go out to Rochester, deliver to all the Bell stores every morning,
Uh-huh.
and I always took a thermos of coffee, right? About halfway through the day, I started feeling funny, but I finished my route. I'm on the way home, I feel real lousy, I'm gonna die or pass out or whatever. I finally get back to Buffalo, and I didn't even make it back to Grand Island. I wound up going to St. Joe's emergency room.
Uh-huh.
And they took a blood test, and my doctor came back and told me, you know, you're lucky to be alive. I says, what do you mean? He says, not only did someone put antifreeze in your coffee, but they
Well,
put
see,
three
and
different
that's-
sleeping pills in there. And right away I told Andy, look, this is one thing I'm always scared about, even when I go to a restaurant or anything, walking away from there, that somebody could do something to tamper with your food.
Yep.
And I says, and here, you might be doing it. And then he started laughing, oh, you really do it, dude, I'm telling you.
Oh my god, this happened in the past. I didn't even know about this sleeping pills. This is insane. It just keeps getting crazier.
And I'm saying to myself, wait a minute,
Yeah.
you know, it's one
And
of
that's
those.
what I just worry, I mean, he doesn't think about the fact that, like, what's he gonna do when you guys aren't here? I try to talk
He
to him
thinks
about
that
this.
I'm
You're
gonna
gonna take care of him.
him. He thinks that I'm gonna
You
take care
can,
of him.
you can.
It's not
I said no.
Yeah.
Look at,
It's
Well,
not
we
fair
went
to you.
I went to a 3-hour meeting today at Horizon.
I hope Joe sticks to that when Tom is gone, he will not take care of him because the moment Tom dies, Andy is going to try to get Joe to take care of him. I know it's going to happen. It's just something he would do.
He met with 3 psychiatrists today,
Mhm.
one behind the mirror and 2 in the room. And I was a neutral party. I didn't say anything whatsoever other than listen to the conversations
Uh-huh.
and the questions. And they came up with the solution, but they need more time to evaluate. They got a pile of paper like this with them.
Well,
And what they need is they seem to think he's off the rocker because he needs medication.
he's schizophrenic.
Right, they gotta figure out what the formula is, so he's going back next week to get that done. Then afterwards, I went to his counselor, Ryan, along with.
yeah, he speaks very highly of Ryan, he likes Ryan.
Right, and he's
So he burns that
working with, assisted living, and he's also working with, a nurse that's actually getting them in a day program and a nursing facility possibly shortly.
That's if he wants to go, and that's
the
nice, that's
problem.
nice and all.
It'll
But here's
happen
the
and
thing,
then-
these are all walkout facilities. What we need to do is, my plan is to, and it sucks, to arrest him for this, okay? And get him into possibly mental health court, okay? And then he's made.
And this is exactly what needed to happen. As we know, this happened back in 2019, and nothing has changed. He has made no positive changes in his life whatsoever. Nothing. Not a single one.
Mandated to do things, or he sits in the can, and he doesn't wanna go back to the old, that's why he's calling me and he's all in a panic. Cause he knows he screwed up, he knows he did something, and we gotta get him into a place where he can't freely leave. So before I've had you guys come in, I've already talked to a couple of his counselors, not about his diagnosis or anything, but they are concerned that if he goes into a place that's not a locked facility, and I'm not talking about headed walls and stuff,
Yeah.
okay? He doesn't need that. But
Yes,
needs
he does.
supervision. And I think it'll make your guys' relationship a lot healthier than what it is, okay? If he goes into a structured facility and is court mandated, It's gonna be good for him, it's gonna be good for you, it's gonna be good for Janet. And it's, I mean, how was that time when he was in Amherst? How was that time for you guys?
It was hectic with us
When he was gone?
when he was gone because the Amherst police kept on calling
He
me.
won't leave him alone.
24/7 they were calling.
For welfare checks on
Yeah,
them.
oh, I know,
Yeah,
we arrested him for it.
Yeah, he was calling when I was walking the dogs in North Tonawanda on the thing, and then I had to come back.
Well, besides the calls, how was it?
I mean, you.
Without
When Andy wasn't there and he didn't bother us, it was fine, but it wasn't Andy was calling me directly, they were calling my wife, the Amherst police.
Mhm.
And my wife
They
says,
don't know.
okay,
Yeah, they don't know what's
because
going on.
ADS and all them, they all said, look at,
Yeah.
Andy is lost, he doesn't know where he's at, he hasn't been fed for days, he doesn't have any food, so they wanted to know if we could supply him the food, take him
Yeah.
dinner every night, and so on and so forth. Then they went back to jail for a while, and then when he got out of jail, the thing started on the boulevard, they could ask Joe.
Yeah.
And then he was in and out of the hospitals too, meanwhile.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something.
I saw all that.
You saw the
Yeah,
hospital
I saw
crib?
all of it, yeah.
Even now, the hospitals won't even keep him or talk to him
No,
anymore.
no.
They
So they must be talking about when he had his own apartment or stayed in a motel, whichever it was. Um, I can understand where they said it wasn't much better because he did. He harassed them the entire time. He wouldn't let up. The only way anyone can get any peace is if he is in a mental institution or in prison.
had it.
I
Because-
told him that the other day.
So, I mean, these should all
They
be
don't
signs
want-
for you that he needs to be somewhere else.
Oh, we know. But anyways, I
they
drove
raise-
over 3,000 miles this summer just for him, for chasing. Because either he was lost, he needed
You would've heard
food,
him talking
or
to me.
every time they were calling us, we had to move the stuff out of the
He
motel.
He was playing the autistic game at that
Fine.
point.
Yeah.
But he talked, you should hear
I
him.
think he's given up on that.
I'm not kidding you, I talked to him for probably an hour and a half at least,
It
and
was-
then
it was-
Officer
it was
Cruz
talking-
talked for another
It was,
hour.
the whole thing was an hour, 43 minutes.
But he was talking real clear.
Yes,
fine.
He was doing that to the
The
psychiatrist.
only thing,
I know.
Tom, the only thing he can't talk clearly about is how you abuse him.
Okay, that sounds like Officer Bentley, a true hero.
That's
Oh,
where he
yeah,
runs
oh,
into
yeah.
a brick wall.
Oh, yeah,
Because
yeah.
he can't.
He can't, because it's not really.
Because you're not doing it.
No, he baits you. He gets you to a point where you're pissed off, and then he starts recording to get you to say something.
My
And he's
point to
upset.
him was, is
That don't even work.
you do the same thing that you're blaming
Yeah.
your dad for.
Yeah.
You do worse to him.
He's harassing you.
So, I'm gonna go fill these, so we're
Yeah.
all set.
All right, cool.
But,
Thanks, I appreciate it.
I'll, let me know and I'll let him back up.
All right, I'll walk him back out.
All right, you're
So-
probably out of here then.
Yeah,
I
so I would like, so does my plan make sense to you? Because I'm gonna talk to the judge, I'm gonna say this kid needs to be in mental health court.
I didn't even know there was a mental health court in the first place. How
There
come
is.
then our judge didn't decide to do that the last time when we were in the court? When we
probably 'cause he
suspended
didn't
the
know.
order of protection that was
Be-
100% with me,
Yeah.
so it was modified that
Well,
he could
This,
get taken care of.
I don't think, that's what I think. And,
See, that's the question I would have on that, because
but I wanna
know the judge
put home to you, I want you to really think about this, because what he did could have killed you.
Yeah,
I mean, this is no joke,
oh, I know.
okay? And I know you don't want him arrested.
I was ready to go to the emergency room on Saturday too.
I know you guys don't want him arrested, okay? But
No, we wanted to get him to help, get him to home,
yes,
or
and
whatever,
he,
but,
he is burning all his bridges with the advocates, with the counselors. He's had at least 3 placement homes that he's denied.
oh, I know,
Yeah.
one of them was, he was this close to going in.
Yeah.
Did you hear about it when he was at Erie County Medical?
He was
And
actually
you know
at the residence.
Really? But,
Yes.
okay, the other time was, he was ready to
That's-
be leaving to go, and they brought him his food, and he was teed off at the nurse because he didn't have hot sauce.
Yeah.
And he took his whole tray and threw it at the nurse.
Yeah.
And yet he denies it, because I know my wife got the phone call from the nurse saying what happened, but Andy.
So this is just a theory, but I'm pretty sure I know why he likes hot sauce, and that is because it gives him diarrhea, and they have to clean it up. I honestly believe that.
Still to today denies the whole
I
thing.
mean, he's lucky that nurse probably didn't
Didn't pass
press
it,
charge.
yeah.
I know. She's, nurses have big hearts. You know.
Well, they
and then a
understand.
lot of these people, like this, is it Erica that was helping him?
Erica.
He burned that bridge
She
hard.
stayed at nights with her at sister's
You know, on
hospital.
Friday, he sent her 67 videos and 101 text messages.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah,
I got them too.
yeah.
Yeah, he's been
So-
sending a lot of texts.
Lot of text messages, lot of
And,
pictures.
and a lot of people have been saying, hey, we don't want to be in group texts anymore,
Anymore.
and he keeps doing it.
Yeah, he keeps doing it. He makes spoof numbers.
Yeah, and
He's
so
losing
he
friends
get in
like-
trouble.
And people are having to change their phone numbers.
Yeah,
So we gotta do something,
yeah.
okay? Can I get a statement from you guys?
I mean,
Either way,
Yeah.
without it, I'm still gonna
Yeah.
arrest
Yeah.
him, just know.
yeah,
Okay.
But this house.
See, the thing is how did we find out that we had him arrested? We called because my wife and Joe's the one who heard him headbanging on the wall when they were outside on the porch waiting for me to pull the car up because we were going out to eat because he was so out of control. We had to
I
go
was there,
away.
I arrested, me and
Oh,
Officer Kirsten
Yeah,
arrested
yeah,
him.
you remember that, okay?
Yeah, I was there. It was earlier this year.
Okay, he accused me, he said, and I never told him that I'm the one that signed it, me and Joe,
Mhm.
to get him out of there and to get arrested, because I found that out from Officer Bentley, because earlier that week, or a few days earlier,
Is
he
this the
told me.
same one where he banged a hole in the wall?
Yeah,
Right by the
yeah,
front door?
and a couple of days earlier, Officer Bentley was there, I think on a Saturday, and we were in the back hallway, because I started showing him how disgusting the diapers are over the pail all over the
Yeah,
place, and then he
yeah.
wants me to take them
I know, it was on
and wrap them
YouTube.
up and throw them out,
It was on
and then,
YouTube.
yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
and
healthy either.
I went to open the back door, and I remembered, oh yeah, the door is fixed, and Officer Bentley goes, what do you mean? I got a dog named Bentley now too.
Oh,
by the way.
yeah.
So anyways, I open up the door and the damn hinge, I says, oh yeah, I fixed it. He
Yeah.
says, what do you mean? I says, I had to get the oversized screws to put in the damn thing, because Andy got so mad he ripped off the hinges on the damn thing. And I says, how many houses, we've been here for over 33 years, living in this house.
Yeah.
How many people do you know had to replace the front door
Mhm.
5 times since you've
Yeah.
lived there?
Now, see, this is the thing. Andrew is actually very strong. He likes to portray himself as weak and childlike. He's like a baby, but he rips doors off of hinges. If you saw my last video, I played the clip where the person was talking to him about how he ripped the door off of a medical place he was staying, Newfane, a 600-pound door. He broke it down and escaped. He is strong, and he could very well injure someone. Even more than that, he could unalive someone, even without using poison. Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, he can hurt somebody.
He's done some damage.
I mean, it
over
took
the years.
4 officers when I was younger for him to be restrained.
I know,
But
I was
he's
on
the,
one of those calls.
he's the one that told me about the property thing. So that's why when I figured, okay, the head banging, and when you came and everything, get him in the hospital, get him the help he needs, all
Yep.
this. But the other thing is I asked him, remember, if he could be arrested for that, and you said he sure can.
Yep.
And well, somehow it leaked out to him, he claims,
He claims, yeah.
yeah,
He's
that,
manipulative.
that me and Joe got him arrested.
No.
And he's really been taking it out on us, something fiercely.
Just like
He should say, yeah, I did get you arrested, and if you don't shape up, I'm going to get you arrested again. But the truth is, they never put their foot down. And maybe it's because they're afraid to. I don't know. But, you know, the way they dealt with him, the way they let him get away with the crap he did for so many years, it wasn't the way to deal with it, not in my opinion.
months after my contact information with Joanne, because Joanne and Tracy are all concerned.
Yeah, they're very concerned. They also think he needs to be in a facility.
Yeah.
So this would be a faster way to get him in and get him the help.
Well,
So Joanne and Tracy were real, I believe. And I believe Joanne is the one who sent the text messages to police.
Don't want Horizons doing because they're just,
Horizons will take a long time.
they're just
And
starting
then
to spin the
and then
wheels
again-
now
and then-
because we finally got 3 psychiatrists that are
Dad-
interested in it.
And Dad,
Yep.
it also comes down to Andy, if he doesn't get, Russing the forced help that he needs,
Mhm.
because he's over 21,
He's 20.
he can deny medical treatment.
Well, that's what he was saying. He actually could walk out of there if he don't want it and
Yeah,
everything.
he can walk out of
But
it.
he sounds like to them, unless he's feeding it to me today, that he's willing to do all this stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, come on, Tom. Sometimes Tom is so ridiculous. I don't know why he would believe that. Absolute nonsense. It's like Tom never learns either. Now, Joe, I think he was on board. I think he would have gladly pressed charges and kept them pressed and helped, support this investigation. But Tom, he wants to excuse Andy and, let him get out of the bad situations he gets in, no matter how much Andy tortures him.
Said that before?
Yeah.
So we got a broken record with them, okay? And when Andy's right, he's a great kid.
Yeah, when he had the right medicine and everything, oh, he's very, very
You
good.
remember over the past
No, Andy is never a great kid, Mr. Officer.
year then how he drastically changed and how
Listen,
maybe
I've been on
once
over
in a
12
blue
years. I've been dealing with Andy my whole career.
And none of that,
and you weren't at the
Nathan
house
Snow
every day.
knew him for the time the boys were all born.
Mhm.
You know, they all kind of grew up together, except for when
Yeah.
Andy was away for 3 years.
Yeah.
And like Nathan even says, I
So
can't.
He changed.
He says, Andy, one of the biggest things we had, and I met with Officer or Lieutenant Schultz several times too, and I said, and Mr. Schultz,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know.
he's shaking his head and everything. We can't understand, Andy. In the last year and a half, you changed. You're not.
He didn't change that much. I don't know why they keep saying that. If you read about his early childhood records, he was a complete demon. He kicked and punched his mother. I believe he pulled a knife on her. He um, told a therapist, I believe, that he wanted to cut off her arms. He was an awful kid, very troubled. Um, Maybe there was reason for that, but he was never this little angel that just suddenly changed. I don't know why they keep saying that.
Same person.
That's mental
What
illness.
the blank? And Andy's
Yeah.
denying it. Like, what do you mean? I've always been the same.
No.
He's even claiming the people I hear him talking on the phone.
Oh, yes.
He's always wore diapers. Even when he was almost assistant manager at McDonald's when he worked there for 2.5 years ago. This is one of the
He didn't wear
Judge
diapers.
Casada's day. What's that?
He didn't wear diapers either.
Hell no.
I hate to pause again, but there's a fun little thing. I don't have a screenshot, but he has said this in the past that really, when he was at McDonald's as almost an assistant manager, he was in diapers, and his coworkers, probably some 16-year-old kid getting minimum wage. Apparently, his coworkers helped him to the bathroom and changed his diaper and wiped him. What an absolute ridiculous lie that no one on earth would believe.
He
No.
didn't even wear them at bedtime. And all of a sudden, he started wearing them just at nighttime. And
I think he read
gradually
some
all
stuff
the time.
online,
On YouTube.
on
probably.
YouTube, and it just,
Oh.
Because
Yeah, I
If
know.
you don't want to do the statements, you don't have to do
I know
statements,
you can still go and get them done anyways, and I wouldn't blame you on that. But I need to show you something. I think
Yeah, absolutely.
if I can find it now. Where the hell is it? Come on. He sent this one out today, and I don't know
I
why.
remember the one time when my mom got really, really scared when he first came back. Because at first it was only going to be a day. Because, he couldn't get a housing he needed.
Right.
And then that turned into a week and then weeks. Probably now he thinks he's going to stay there indefinitely.
I think it was this one today, Joe.
What's that?
He took pictures. Remember I told you he threw some of the
Oh,
wipes.
yeah, the diapers in the
Yeah,
bathroom.
and it was really, really, really gross.
Yeah.
And I don't.
He puts it all on.
And he's claiming, well, that's because he had diarrhea.
poisoning.
Yeah, and I'm thinking to myself, how sick is that? I had to show Jan that to my wife.
Yeah.
And I said, Jan, I says, this indicates a real problem. I says, because, for one thing, I don't go for that.
Oh, really? Like, you finally figured that out? I wouldn't be surprised if Andy poisoned himself with laxatives just so he could shit all over the place and make them clean it up.
Second of all, or maybe he was showing you.
I mean, eventually.
Yeah, this is the one. I mean,
up.
this is the other thing that's kind of weird. He blanks out. He's got a little video thing, but then he's got his pill box. He's got another picture, and then another blank, and then here's the bathroom.
Yeah, they're on.
And-
It's on YouTube.
Oh, really? It's on
Yeah.
YouTube also? I didn't even go on that today. I've been so darn busy. I don't know if I'm coming or
He
going
puts
today.
you guys on there. Out to dinner, everything.
Yeah.
The other night
I
when
mean,
you went to Burger King and some checkers.
we
I
and-
don't know what
we
is
told
wrong
him-
with that.
We told him we don't.
That's scary enough
We don't
alone.
consent
Yeah.
to being on YouTube.
Yeah, well, like me and Joe said, you know how it is. If you accidentally don't make it to the john a little bit and you
Yeah.
get a little drip on your underwear, you want to hurry up and
shit
wash up and
happens.
change them. Yeah, but he'll walk around with the thing sagging and bragging about it in the house. Ask
Yeah.
Joe in
And
front of
I'm like,
everybody.
that's probably why he's bleeding, because
Yeah.
he's, you know,
Yeah, he's probably got some diaper rash.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
Speaking of sagging, they posted a video. Andy posted a video back when he was living at the Be Cozy. He was walking around in a diaper so soaked with pee, it was sagging very far down, and it was disgusting. And he filmed this video wearing a diaper, no pants, just showing it off, deranged.
So what I'll do is start with you, Tom. Okay.
Yeah.
And,
I mean,
you know, Andy wants to know why I'm investigating him. He doesn't have to know. Okay. Don't get baited tonight by him.
I don't intend to because he's already questioning and worried. He already wants to get an attorney. And he says because I'm his payee, I will have to retain and get
I'll
an
come up with
attorney
something
and all this
clever,
other
like
stuff
you're,
for him.
like you're investigating fraud or something on an
Yeah,
account
that's
or
fine.
something. That way, something suspicious in the bank
Let me
accounts.
just get this started. Oops.
And then I'll have to let Social Security know and have to send the money back next month when he gets it.
Yeah, well, what about that phone?
Well, that's the only problem. I'm stuck with that phone and the phone payment for the next
Because it's in your name.
months. It's in my name.
Well, it's either that or he poisons your food and you die.
Yeah.
You know, or
Well,
you know,
he somehow sabotaged his other phone that's like this.
yeah.
And he said it was because of Walmart family plan he had
Yeah.
after he lost his privilege to have
Sure.
Family Mobile.
Family Mobile or whatever one he had. They turned his phone off and he had to pay for the phone. But anyways, they locked him out. He couldn't get it restarted. And they kept on borrowing mine and Jan's phone all the time. And then finally he kept on talking to me, well, Dad, you got an account with Spectrum and everything, you know, why don't you give me a mobile phone and get a mobile line and everything? I says, why, Andy? We got Verizon.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. He says, well, because he don't have any credit and all this. And he bugged me and bugged my wife and wouldn't leave us alone. And finally,
Basically,
I
you
said,
know,
okay, besides every time I got my phone back, he'd delete half my stuff on her, my apps and all this other. And I got a little fed up because things I had
He also
marked
had
down, I don't even have.
recordings. He had
So I
recordings
said,
on it.
fine. I says, we'll go and get one for him. And then he got it. And there was a 14-day trial period. And of course he has to get the best one, you know, quote unquote.
Sure.
Over $1,000 ones.
And they allow it. They pay for it. I don't know if they were using his monthly fee or funds that he would get, but I'm assuming he didn't make enough to pay for a $1,000 phone and pay for rent and pay for his food and all the other living expenses. It's like they were just buying him shit that he didn't need.
So they got a plan in my name for $133 for umpteen months. That's including the payment of the phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your guys' house was clean.
You know what they should have done? They should have got him an Obama phone, okay? A free phone, a free prepaid phone where they paid $10 a month and he got texting and calling. He didn't need data. That's what they should have done.
Everything was getting vernacular and getting straightened out finally, little by little. And then all's on Bengal.
Yeah, my dad didn't even get a chance to do the diapers because my brother's been on them. And I've been working, and that's something else entirely.
I just gotta put some information in here and.
I don't know if this is a popular opinion, but I've always felt bad for Joe. I think he's always been caught in the middle. I think if it were just Joe, he would not have dealt with this for as long as he did. But at the same time, he was also an adult, and he could have moved out and got his own life, but he didn't. So it's like that whole family is a little bit messed up. And I mean, I'm not even saying that to disparage Joe. I think at the heart, Joe is a good person. Way better than Andy. But, you know, I don't think he has the living skills that he should have either. But at least he works.
And here's the strange part. Walmart Family Mobile called the other day saying
They've
that
been calling recently of they're going to close the account if you don't reply because Andy filed a complaint or a lawsuit against the
Family Mobile.
Federal Communications Services. Yeah.
It's not a lawsuit. Come on, Tom. He cannot afford a lawsuit.
Yeah, and when I heard that, I figured, okay, I think I better let Andy know so that he can talk to. I think it was this one here.
Yeah, but anyways, they called back and said, hey, there's...
Yes, good morning, Mr. Ditch. My name is Teresa, and I'm calling from TrackPhone Wireless corporate office in Miami, Florida. And now it's Walmart Family Mobile. I'm calling regarding a complaint you filed with the FCC regarding your phone number, 716-416-8920. If you can give me a call back. My number is 305-715-6500. My extension is 6136. I'm going to go ahead and send you a last email. I'm going to close the complaint. But if you feel, because I've called you many times, if you feel that you need my help still, give me a call back. If not, well, the complaint is closed. Thank you, and have a good day.
And I told him about it. These phones are over $1,000. Get it unlocked. At least you could sell it and get some type of refund on it and everything. He completely ignored it and everything. And I said, you know what? He acted like he didn't want to get it unlocked, or like Joe and I discussed early in the morning when we go to work. Go to the newspaper. You know, maybe what he did, he put himself the excuse so he could get updated the new one, because he's the type of person, as soon as there's an update on another phone, he wants it, and he wants it right away.
Yeah.
And you don't need a phone every year, in my
Unbelievable.
opinion. Because there's like little changes between
Yeah, it's not,
every year.
it's not significant enough to... Tell me, what's your call, Michelle?
He. And he's got a lot of potential, he's got a lot of intelligence, he knows about a lot about law, and all this stuff, electronics and all this. I said, you know, Andy, you're just wasting your life. There's so many things you could be involved in doing.
Yeah.
He's right. If Andy wanted to, he could have gone out and made a life for himself. He is not stupid. He's an idiot, but intelligent. You know, intelligence-wise, he can put together computers. He can do a lot of things. But he is so deranged mentally. All he cares about is his sick fetish.
Just put that into it. Well, like I said, if he's got a mental thing, well, that's the problem. If we could get that mental problem out of him, he would be a person.
He's a person that needs help, and, you know,
Exactly.
sometimes this is the road you have to go.
And like I told him, I really don't want to ever see him wind up getting in real severe trouble, like he did with his mother when she had the aneurysms in her head, and we didn't know about it at the time, and Andy had his fists right up to her face and his nose and screaming, yelling at the top of the young lungs because Andy couldn't talk to her. She couldn't answer his questions. She couldn't get the words out.
I mean,
I said, holy Christ's sake, you can't do that, old woman. That's sick. You got a lot of problems.
And they didn't kick him out. They kept letting him come back. I don't get it.
I've been warning my dad too that, you know, eventually Andy could be, you know, like you said, he may not mean it, but he could do something to him.
You can do something to him just to get him going, and it's something you can't take back.
Yeah.
All right, Joseph, I'm going to start with you, okay? Make sure I have your birthday right, 4/27/1988.
Yep. I mean, I'm not home all the time, but I'm home enough to, you know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, how's Walmart?
Getting busy.
Yeah? Oh, yeah, holiday time. You're going to be helping soon.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm missing a couple days of work because, you know, not only that, I was missing a couple days of work because I'm afraid for my parents with my brother.
That's what my wife was telling me, too.
Does Jan-
Says
does
Joe's
Jan
been
know you're
taken
here?
off and everything. What? Oh, yeah, she knows. I don't know if she will remember or not. Sometimes her memory goes. And then it's like, I'll have to remind her later on because, like she says, She don't say very much. We used to have good conversations and discussions and everything. There's not much happening anymore, plus she's fed a lot of times 20 hours in a day. And I have to do almost about everything for her. I try to get her out once in a while as much as I can, when I can get her dressed, get her out. There's times she won't even go, so wow. Can't force her if she don't want to go anyways. She'll feel.
See, that's what I'm saying. She was a very vulnerable adult back then. She was very sick. I would say she was slowly dying for the last 5 years of her life. And she had no peace from Andy, even when she was in the nursing home. He still called and harassed her. I actually feel sorry for her. She wasn't perfect, but no one is.
I can't imagine having all them problems.
So what day did this happen on? Was this the 20th? What day did you guys?
What day did we?
You came here on the 23rd.
23rd.
So
So it
what
was a couple
that,
days
I'm not
before.
sure her name. I think she's a new officer.
Leah.
Leah?
Yeah, Statura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when we went.
So on the 20th?
Yeah, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a
'Cause
couple days
Because
earlier,
it
and then
was after we got a text
and then
message
when,
from Joanne.
like I told her that
Okay.
Officer Bentley was at her house either day or day before that.
When did you eat the stew? The day or that day?
Yeah, what
It
about
was,
that?
Fri- it was,
It was in a
it
crock
was,
pot.
I think it was Friday or Saturday. One of the two.
Because remember, we talked to Officer Bentley when he came in the house.
Yeah.
And he also gave Andy about, you don't
Okay,
put
here's
things
the
like
text
that.
message that I received on October 18th from him.
From
Andy. Says enjoy not, enjoy not doing papers.
okay. All right. So this is when you ate the stew.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it'll be
Yeah,
the 18th.
because like I asked my wife, I says, if you get a laxative or if you get Epsom salt or anything, I said, how long does it usually take to get your system or being a nurse? She said, approximately 6 hours. I said, okay, that matches up what happened to me. That matches up
So
to what.
did Janet eat the stew too?
Yeah, and she had it too.
She had.
I asked her afterwards. She didn't tell me because she's got more access to the bathroom, and a lot of times she's in the bathroom even when
Yeah.
she's reading her, playing her puzzles or whatever, relaxing, just to get out of the bedroom because she's locked upstairs most of the time because she don't want to come downstairs because Andy's telling me.
Is it Janet?
J-E-N.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the day that we saw Officer Leah, my mom had to go to the restroom real bad.
Yeah, I said, sorry, I got to interrupt you, but I got to hurry up and get her home and stuff. She's not the one way. She's got to go the other way. You know, it just came on over the sudden. Sort of like with all of us and everything. And it's been on and off, and it's like Joe says, it's really, really weird.
So you guys ate the stew.
Yep.
And later on that day, you got a text from. After that, you got a text from Andy.
We got a text message from Andy saying, enjoy not doing papers.
Okay, hang on. I can't type that fast, brother.
Yeah, you got it. You got the text, but I didn't get no text.
Yeah.
And then also he got a text from Joanne.
Well, he sent it to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, enjoy not doing papers. You will need a diaper.
Okay, hang on.
And he claims the only reason why he did that for us is to get a reaction from Joanne and Erica and all them.
I don't know why Tom keeps making excuses. It's clear that he poisoned them. He did it.
It said Miralax was added to the stew.
Okay, hang on.
And we had Mirax.
It said, okay, can I just read the text? Is that cool?
Sure.
And then after this, I'm gonna have you screenshot all the text and then email them to me. You can do that?
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, okay.
See, I read about this. I did not know there were multiple text messages sent. He was directly messaging his family saying, oh, you're going to need a diaper tonight. Wow, this is crazy.
Yeah, I'm basically, got all the text messages and stuff. Because I'm like, my brother likes to get my mom's phone when she's sleeping. Same thing with my dad. And he likes to mess around so he can, potentially, disturb all the information.
He disturbs the information. Also, we wonder if he even uses our phone for making threats or sending things out to other people and making it sound like we were doing it instead of him directly from his phone,
Yeah.
because it's strange. Like I told Mom last night, I usually put my charger on the dresser, charge it. It wasn't plugged in.
Does he mean the dogs will too?
What's that?
Yeah, he said just to think the dogs had this do as well. Obviously, dogs are dogs. They probably don't know what's going on.
Obviously.
Then they had to go out a little bit more often.
Okay. Alright, so screenshot all those, I'll write down I'll give you my card with my email address on it, and you can email it to me, okay?
Yeah.
And we'll do this soon. And how do you know that's from Andy?
Because of 243-9653, that's his number.
Okay.
He also likes to,
California somehow, and fake ones and stuff. He also likes to use the police number too, and he's glad that we didn't do it. He was laughing about it the one day that I didn't dial that number. Otherwise, it would have went about. I don't know if it was this police force or it was the Amherst or whatever. And otherwise, they'd come in, you did, and I said, "What are you talking about, Andy? I don't even know about any of this stuff."
Joseph, when did you start, so what happened after you received that text?
I immediately asked my dad and my mom if they got the same text. My mom said she did. My dad said he didn't, but
I think Eddie got a hold and
say-
deleted it.
it does say that it was sent to him because he was in a group text.
Because all of a sudden, a lot of times Andy goes, "Dad, let me see your phone." I don't want to give it to him because every time I get it back, it's screwed up. But he, I don't know what he does with my phone when he gets a hold of it. Oh, I gotta put the new
I would let him use your
virus
phone.
thing. Well, I don't anymore. Believe me.
Okay, so after the text, then what?
Oh, it was a good while before I actually did have to use the
What
rest.
would you say?
Trying to think, because
An approximate's fine.
I mean, the thing I think what really happened, how we would have done something, and this is the reason why I had to go in with my dad, because he would be mostly affected, because I think what he did is he put it in the water reservoir of the Keurig,
Yeah.
and I don't drink out of there unless it's, so often, or, sometimes the water pressure's real low, I go to the Brita,
Yeah.
because the Brita is also, there, and use that. But,
So you started feeling effects though?
I did feel some effects,
Like
yes.
a couple hours later, a few hours later?
I would say a few hours later when I had to use the restroom.
Sorry, we're getting personal.
Yeah.
But
It's kind of like going to the doctor and being like,
yeah. So what would you say? So you had to use the restroom, and how was it?
well, as soon as I got off, it seemed like I had to go back on it again. And I know if I would have
Meanwhile, Andy was probably completely turned on.
waited, I wouldn't have made the restroom.
Okay. What kind of symptoms were you feeling?
I had a little bit of cramping. I might have had a fever because I was also feeling a little chilly that day. I'm not sure if that was part of it or the
Sure.
flu. This is the reason why we're like, is it this or is it
Sure.
that? I mean, because, the flu was going around at the same time.
If you take too much Miralax and then mix it with like Epsom salt or something, it's not going to give you a fever, but You're very likely going to feel chills. You're going to have the shakes. You're going to feel very ill.
Well, that was the other question too, because we didn't see him. We only know what he showed on the internet, what he said to other people, or whatever, and then left the evidence out. Like I told Jan,
Okay,
the episode was sitting on the kitchen table that morning that I came back from doing papers.
Well, let me get this from Joe first,
Yeah.
I mean-
so I don't get anything mixed up.
I mean, after that, we started getting receiving text messages, and my mom got a phone call from Tracy about her being very concerned with my brother and saying that he is not autism, and none of her two children
Boys.
who are one or two boys that has autism acts in that manner. And I actually have that voicemail.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that is. We did hear a clip from Tracy, I believe, and it was a pretty good clip. I mean, she flat out told them Andy is not autistic and he's not being abused. I think in her words, he's a goddamn abuser. She's right.
We'll leave that part out of it. I want to
Yeah.
stick to what you experienced after eating the stew. So you were feeling a little chilly that day.
Yeah, I only had one medium, setting. I didn't really have a lot to eat.
So you had like one medium-sized bowl.
Yeah, so after that I was pretty okay, but in the past week and a half I've been having, cramps again. So I'm not sure if he,
Did it again or not?
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And you know what's funny? I was at the dinner table, and I noticed this bottle on the ground right by the entertainment center
Uh-huh.
that had a purple cap,
Uh-huh.
and it was a laxative.
At
And
the,
we
by
just-
the dinner table?
Yeah, we just hit the other
That
two.
day you were eating?
No, today.
Joe goes, Dad, look at this. And I remember because just recently I started picking up around the floor and the dining room table because he's got the visiting nurse and OT people coming in and stuff. And I'm ashamed of what the house looks like. And I feel sorry for these people that have to try to come in and work around it. So I started picking things up. But
Yeah.
I don't remember
is
seeing that
the,
bottle. And Joe took a picture of it tonight. And I said,
Okay, screenshot that for me.
Isn't
Yep,
this?
it's already taken a picture. I can send that to you. As well.
Awesome. Send me-
Now that might be from Andy, but to be fair, that house was a dump. Like it was like a hoarder's house, so I'm surprised they could even find the floor, to be honest.
Yeah.
Did you show Mom that already today?
Yeah, Mom already knows.
Okay, so she knows.
I mean,
she
it
knows
has
what
a
is.
Right. Script on the front. I didn't take a
Because
picture.
I
of
said
that
to
part,
do
though.
it secretly and quietly because Andy was right around nosing and trying to find out what's going on, and I didn't want to say
And
too
he's been
much.
trying to get at my phone to see what's been said between me and Joanne. And I said that's none of your business, for one, and for two, why do you want the information? So
And
he feels he
acted
has a
awful
guilty
nervous.
conscience of
Oh, yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true. I don't think he can feel guilty. I think he just doesn't want to get in trouble.
Did you approach Andy about this text message and stuff? Did you say anything to him? Did he admit anything to you? Did he?
Well, when we were at Checkers, we we were having a fit.
When was this?
What was
Last
this?
week.
Last week sometime. My dad tried to, trick my brother into telling us what the bag on the
Trying to get information out of him.
on the chair was in the dining room, and at first he wouldn't answer the question.
Okay,
and
hang
that-
on. I'm typing this. Let me try again. What? This bag?
I'm not sure if it's that bag or a different bag, but I have we have the text message from Joanne who just forwarded it to our phones.
Okay.
And,
What was the bag in the living room and what did Andy
and
say?
actually, that bag Andy claims that's the only one he has, but the one we saw that
he's
looked,
got a video of him walking.
yeah,
up
it looked like a different one than what
Yeah.
he was describing. So he may be playing, he might be showing you one, and he might have the other one stashed.
Sure.
And I thought, okay,
Yeah.
he knew this was going to happen. We
Yeah.
were going to figure this out sooner or later. So
Yeah,
he
he's talking
filled
to
the bag under the stuff to stash it somewhere so
Yeah.
he could continue doing his enjoyment, making us miserable.
Yeah.
As far as
what did Andy say about the bag?
as far as the conversation, because it was actually on a phone. My dad,
Yeah.
I think my dad has it on recording.
Yeah.
I really wasn't, you know, listening that well, so to speak, because it was on his phone, and we were actually getting into the car. But he was denying that it was anything but what he's been telling you guys, which is, you know, trying to say that it's cornstarch or whatever.
Why would he put cornstarch in the coffee pot, in the water reservoir, in the chili? Like, it doesn't make sense. Or the stew or whatever. I mean, yeah, if you make homemade stew, there could be cornstarch in it. I don't know about that. I don't cook really. I microwave, okay. But I mean, would they have really made homemade stew anyway? Probably not. Hey, I could be wrong. Maybe they were good cooks.
He also says that text message was sent to only Joanne to see if we were, you know, still talking to her, which Andy claims that you guys said that we're not allowed to talk to Joanne anymore.
No.
Yeah.
You can talk to
Yeah. We weren't allowed to talk to anybody.
I talked to Joanne.
Yeah.
I've talked to everybody before I've talked to you.
Literally lying and lying about the police. Like, I don't know. That seems like it's I don't know what you would call it, but like trying to mess up an investigation, like lying about what the police say. That should be something else. He should be charged with, you know, more shit, okay? Charge him with everything.
I did my homework.
Yeah,
all
because
right,
it's strange
so-
that Andy didn't want us to know.
All right. So what else would you like to put in here? Do you feel that Andy did do something to you?
I believe he is capable.
Yeah, but do you believe that he did something to you that day, and that's why you were feeling ill?
Big question on that one. We really questioned it a lot.
I mean,
I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but then again, in my head says no.
Okay.
because, you know, he's, you know, I would say it's,
Because I asked him not to do something like that, to kid around with something with food or anything, because he would like it. Now, he's accusing because the refrigerator's dirty,
Well, like,
or
what-
that's
I mean-
dirty.
Joey talk.
the way he's acting now,
He
I
acts
think
suspicious,
he's acting suspicious, so he had to have done
guilty.
something.
Yeah, especially,
Something. You know, if he did something, you know what it is. Joe just doesn't want to say it, and I think it's because of Tom. He's afraid to say it around Tom. I think they should have gotten the statements separately. I think if they would have put excuse me, I can't speak. If they would have put Joe in a different room, they would have got a completely different reaction. They should have done that.
want to talk. He didn't want us to say anything or do anything with you at all whatsoever tonight.
Because I've
Or
seen that,
anybody here
I've
for
seen,
what's
you know, where people are trying to, you know, I work customer service and
Yeah.
people come up to me all the time and I'm like,
You could always
oh,
tell
the
who's.
serial numbers doesn't match. Or they have a receipt from, say, Niagara Falls, and I'm like, looking at inventory label, and I'm like, oh, this inventory label is from our store. I'm key at that. I'm like, if it has inventory label, I always look at
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
And then they start getting nervous and say, hey, can I go to the bathroom? And then they just disappear and never come back.
Okay.
What the hell is he talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's sort of like what Andy's doing right now. Because the first thing he did when he knew that you made contact with me earlier, and I was driving at the time, and I
Yeah.
got the message. I was out in Niagara Falls when I looked
Yeah,
at
that's
it.
okay.
And I thought, okay, and I mentioned it when I got home and all this stuff, and I says, Andy, what's going on? these people want to get a hold of me and want to talk to me.
I mean, I can show you
And
some
they
text messages
kept on
from
saying, "Oh no,
Joanne
don't call him, don't call him, no, answer." Well, wait a minute, why?
Yeah.
What's going on, Andy?
Yeah.
Did you threaten them, or is there something more serious than what's going on
this is
in the
what's
first
going on.
place? And you're not telling me. And he's, "Oh no, Dad, nothing's going
Here's
on."
a
And right away you got calling a lawyer.
here's a text message my Joanne received from Andy, but she just forwarded it, so it comes up under her number.
Yeah.
That was today, Joe?
No, this was the other day.
I have this.
You have that one?
Yeah, I have it right here.
All right. Oop, I don't want to power off.
I wonder if that's the one we read.
And so you have you have this bag then, and you have about saying Dan delete everything about Andy. He doesn't have those tampering texts.
No, I don't have that one. You can send that one to me.
Send that one to you.
Please. All right. So now you're getting information from other people that Andy's
Yeah,
has
and
done
they're
this?
concerned
Yeah.
for us and our safety, including my wife, especially Jan, because she's the most vulnerable one of all of us, because she's got all the.
I mean, she's got the
medical.
worst problems than anybody, and that's
Yeah.
probably why she's falling.
She's feeling so
too.
crappy and lousy and falling and passing out and everything else. We had to have the paramedics out twice last week, and we haven't had to have them in a long time.
Well, and my brother's also blaming my mom for everything that went wrong with him.
Well, he's really pressuring her.
Okay.
And I think she's scared because, like I said, Jan, what's going on? She says, "I'm really worried, Dad, or Tom, when you go to work with Joe for the 2 hours that you're gone, or 3, that something might happen, because once you go, Andy never sleeps.
Yeah.
And Andy's upstairs, usually in her face. And there's a lot of times we come home and we can't find anywhere Andy, but Andy's upstairs
Yeah.
talking.
See, it's always been fairly well documented that Andy has always hated his mother. He did not love her, even as a child.
I will label this subject as Andy.
Okay, that's fine. What's your main concern here, Joseph?
I'm just concerned eventually, like I've told my mom, he's going to do something, whether he realizes it or not,
He's gonna hurt us bad.
or means it or not. He's going to hurt somebody.
I like that he's saying he's going to hurt somebody, but I am so tired of the downplaying. Like, oh, if he means it, or if it's an accident. No. Everything Andy does is intentional. Every single thing. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he is always manipulating.
Or he can hurt
Always.
himself.
Like I told Officer Bentley, it's going to be sooner or later probably, and you guys know about it, but there's nothing you can do about it because he hasn't done anything. But we live with him. We know what it's like and everything, and you really got to watch him sharply day and night, and it's impossible because sooner or later you have to close your eyes and go to sleep. This is the only other thing I was going to come up with a solution. Is granted none of the cameras work in the house anymore because he broke the damn thing. As I would have to replace the what is that box? Yeah, to get it back monitoring and get things working. And I'd have to.
Is that Andy that keeps texting you?
I do believe it is. He does this all night long too.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He bothers people. Well, I work all night, don't forget. But the thing is even when I'm sleeping during the day, it's going off. And this one lady, Tracy, that she don't even live in the state. Andy got it online, and I said, "How did you find out about her? Because she don't even live around here." It's an autism group, and I think he went to get in that group, act like them, so he could find out how to act like other people that have autism.
Yeah.
And he found.
Well, what we know now is that he frequents the autism groups on Facebook and tries to contact, he interacts with all the posts that are about young children, young autistic children.
Out that no autism's the same. Everybody's different. And he didn't
They
know
may
all
have
that
some
crap
similar
before.
traits, but
Right.
it's a little
And he
different.
had this lady fooled for a while. She even bought him a nice air mattress bed because we were abusing him when he came back in our place. And I told him, "You're only going to stay until you call 211 the next morning. I'm getting the blank out of here." And all of a sudden I see Andy's already made himself at home. I says, the judge Nelly said, no way, you can stay here legally. Verbally, he said right in front of the attorney, you can visit, you can eat, but you cannot live at 339 Morgan. And what does Andy do? He won't leave. And Officer Strowski got mad at me because I locked him out a couple times. And they had to call him. And Officer Strowski had to come to the door and he wait for me to come home with the dogs. He says, Tom, come here. You can't do that. I says, what do you mean? You can't lock them out. You got to let them in.
See, this is insane. This is a failure of so many people. It's a failure of the family. It's a failure of, the mental health system, the legal system, everything. If they wanted to lock him out, they had every right. They had every right to kick him out and keep him out. And they don't even need a restraining order. You are not responsible for an adult unless you are their legal guardian, and they had never been his guardian. Again, I can't talk, but you guys already know that.
I says, well, I technically speaking didn't lock him out, officer. I says, but I will not give him the key to the house anymore like it did in the past because he's not welcome. He says, I don't care. You still have to let him in or unlock the door or leave the door unlocked when you go out. I says,
Fire that cop.
kidding. I says, Jan's upstairs all by herself.
Yeah. He's texting
And what am I going to do if
Joanne,
somebody
too.
walks by and opens up the door and comes in there and goes upstairs and does something to her? She wouldn't have a chance in a second to call you guys.
Another thing is that when I'm trying to sleep for getting ready for work, he comes up and wakes me up in the when I'm gonna have a dead sleep.
So who would have who would use that purple bottle? Is that prescribed to somebody?
That one is Andy's.
It's Andy's.
Okay.
I think, but I didn't take a picture of the
Doctor?
the prescription on it.
Yeah. Do you think it's old?
I don't.
We don't know. Andy's had so many stomach complaints and all kinds of hospital visits and his own
When's the last time he
primary.
had a stomach complaint?
Just recently he started complaining on and
He's
off.
saying that he has a
Who picks
GI.
He was supposed to go to the, what's your
Well, yeah, because
doctor's
he's
name for
trying to say that you
colonoscopy?
guys have the same symptoms.
Yeah, well, that one doctor that Joe has the colonoscopy problem. What's his name, Joe?
What?
Your doctor?
Piscatelli.
Yeah, Andy talked to him that one day he got mad. Andy, this better be a medical thing because I'm a medical doctor. And Andy wanted to get a colonoscopy because he's claiming he's bleeding and all this stuff down there again. And he says, Andy, okay, fine. Then go and pick up one of them packages at Kimber Mercy. Give me the test and send it. Andy's never gone there, never picked it up or anything, but he made a big issue out of it that he's bleeding.
That's because he probably wanted a colonoscopy. He's like the only person in the world that wants a colonoscopy.
And he's pretending I think he put ketchup or something in the toilet and make it believe that we think he's bleeding and stuff. And Jan goes, when you're bleeding rectally, you're not red, it's dark black.
Well, it can be. It can be right.
Yeah, it could be a little bit red, but like she says, more than likely, well, if it
Depending
isn't.
on where it's bleeding too.
Oh, Andy's claiming it was internal and it wasn't his rectum area. It was.
Because like when I
it
had
was
the problem,
internal.
it was red.
It would be maroon.
Right, and my wife said to Andy, if you bleeded as long as you did, and the doctor didn't do anything about it, not only would be malpractice, but you wouldn't.
There'd be some serious issues.
Exactly.
Why don't you take a gander and make sure that that's accurate to what you told me, and
I'll tell you, we could write a storybook, I'll tell you.
yeah, I know, you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot. It's gotta end before something bad happens. It just does.
Oh, no, Wi-Fi. Come on, I don't want that. What's happening? What do I video games? Andrew, are you playing with me? Because he has control over these devices somehow.
Well, you shouldn't because they're under my name now.
Now look at Joe. I didn't even put the camera on, and the camera's on. It keeps.
Andy probably has remote control of the phones. He probably put some app on there so he can control them from wherever he is. Would not surprise me at all. I'm sure he did that. I guarantee it.
As soon as I.
Well, if you do it from that, you can actually, get the
Yeah, but I
camera
don't even have it
from the
unlocked. Usually got to unlock it with my passcode, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. He's got to me already, you know what I mean?
This thing is so little, I can't. Font's too small for my old eyes.
Yep, that's Andy. He's got another one.
Is he asking you what's going on?
Just say we're just like say when like I
Jeez.
said that we're investigating fraud that might be, trying to find out who's getting into our accounts.
Andy would not fall for that lie at all. He's not stupid.
Gee, Andy's trying to be a good boy tonight. He says, I'm taking Tucker for a walk, and I'm calling on the text.
The stew.
And
I
he's-
know I was kind of like all over the place.
Yeah.
The stew would have been before the text message.
Yeah, it says, I wrote in the next sentence, after that I received a text message from my brother.
Yeah, and I see in a paragraph too that I told you about the meeting.
He wants to know if the garbage tote's
I'll
ready.
put that in, I'll change that around a little bit.
Yeah, because I would put
Okay.
that before the text message.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll get that out of there. Yeah, it was.
He also doesn't want me to sign. Actually, he doesn't even want me to sign the paperwork too. To tell you the truth.
Well, you have to sign it in
Yep.
order to say that's your statement.
Yep. Yeah, if we can get him into mental health court.
He's not saying anything about what we're doing and everything, but he's trying to be super nice by texting me to ask him if the tote's ready to go out to the front.
And this is
Well,
stuff
if he
he
looks
doesn't
out to
do?
the front, it's
Yeah.
already there. And he was taking the dog earlier for a walk. Took Tucker for a walk.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, okay, didn't you see it when he went out the front door? It's Max straight from you when you come out the door. You can't miss that big black thing.
How often does he take the garbage out?
Never.
He's usually always on his computer or on the phone.
Alright, so this is garbage, right?
Yeah.
Once in a while, and it's a great while, you might bring the empty one back. But,
Okay, so this, one more thing, who found this little baggie of cornstarch?
Apparently, my brother gave it to my dad.
Okay.
he gave
I'll
it
leave
to
that
me,
in your
but
statement.
he claims he gave it to one of your officers and offered them to check it, to do a test. And then he brought it up to my room when I was sleeping the other day and said, "Here, Dad, here."
Constantly
Just
calls
like
if
when he
someone
was
answers.
at the hospital the other night, they kicked him out. They didn't want to see him. They didn't even put him in a room.
Get this, the
And so he kept calling us. I says, "Andy, we're doing the papers. How long is it going to be?" I says, "Andy, you know approximately how long it takes. And then once I'm done, I'll let you know, and I'll be on my way." Because he couldn't take an Uber.
And he was saying that there was a Buffalo police officer there ready to arrest him
Arrest him for loitering and
for
everything. I says-
loitering at the
And I
hospital.
said, "They're not going to do that. You were brought in by ambulance. Am I correct?" He says, "Yeah." I says, "There you have it. All you have to explain, you have to wait for a ride, and the ride is tied up right now." Oh, man, he was terrible. Joe goes, "Oh, he called again?" I says, "Yeah, about every 5 minutes." Instead of, hey, it takes whatever time it takes to get it done, and then we'll be on our way. He's lucky we picked him up. And then as soon as he got home, he started rampaging going after you, remember?
Yeah.
And he said, "Dad, next time he's stuck like that, don't pick him up." But yet we give in every time and go, "Okay, Andy, we'll try it
It's your
again."
son, you love him, I mean, what are you gonna do?
You fall, you try to pick yourself up and start all over again, right?
So where would mental health court be?
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
I'll admit, I didn't know there was actually a mental health court. I mean, I assume it does make sense, but I didn't actually know that.
He keeps talking about the jail psychiatrist. His name is Dr. Martin.
Martin.
Sound familiar though? He's did the forensic one for the judge.
And he's always wanting to go back to
Yeah,
jail.
yeah, yeah. He keeps bringing it up, all the evidence and how he helped them, and they kept in a straight line and everything. And I know that they had to get him out of there the last time too. I heard that not only getting some sheriffs fed up and angry, and they got suspended, but a couple of the inmates wanted to get after him and pound him too, because they couldn't take Andy anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, you can go up and look up on NewYorkCourts.gov and look up mental health courts, and they'll give you the overview and everything.
Yeah.
So that's my goal. That's what I want to happen.
Yeah. And that way there he can't, you know, he can't also be like, well, this doctor gave me a false diagnosis.
Yeah, he's got to go. It's going to be judge mandated. If we can get him in there, it'll be judge mandated that he's in there. Okay, so
It's incredibly sad that this did not actually happen. It would have been the best thing for everyone. I don't know if it would have helped Andy. It might not have. But maybe if they could have, you know, got him into place and force-fed him the right meds, maybe it would have made a difference.
Joseph, there should be 4 here. Yep, there's 4 copies here. On this line, on all 4 copies, put your John Hancock there.
Alright.
Put your Joseph Hancock right on there.
See. Yep. So right at the
Joseph Hancock. Nice attempt at a joke.
top right line. Middle initial should I put on?
Yeah, if you want to, however you normally sign it.
I gotta renew my license next year, and I'm not looking forward to it. Because apparently, in order to vote, you have to have a enhanced license.
No, I thought that was only if you got to go into courtrooms and stuff, or an airplane.
I don't know. Oh yeah, instead of a passport to go to Canada and stuff like that, they want enhanced.
Well, they want it on the license now. The passport aren't good enough.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what they told me when I
Always
renewed
making rules
my
for us to
license.
spend money, right?
Oh, yeah, and it's an extra $35, and I said, you know what, I'll hold off on it, because I very rarely go to Canada or anything anyway, so it doesn't matter to me, you know.
I'll be like, geez, if I get jury duty, does that mean I wouldn't be able to go to court because I'm not allowed in a federal building without an enhanced license?
That might be an exception in that point, though. Have no idea. Nobody really knows right now.
I don't think that was ever true. Yeah, I mean, let me know in the comments if it was, but I think they're probably full of crap.
I don't know how it's going to work. That's kind of crazy, like they put you on a force, just like with the new license plate thing. I think the Cuomo backed off on that, didn't he?
License plates.
Yeah, just get new ones, and they want to renew them again, and have you turn in the old ones and get new ones the next year again. I said, come on.
Did Andrew eat with you?
Yeah, he ate the same stew. I'm thinking, you know, he wears his diapers, he's sick, so he can, you know, it doesn't bother him.
Doesn't matter. We suffered for it, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, it's probably what he wants. He probably gives himself laxatives all the time. In fact, we know that he is prescribed Miralax and he uses it. He claims he has chronic constipation, but I doubt it.
So were you alerted by Joseph about the text? That's how you found out?
Yeah. And I think Joanne called my wife, Janet.
Okay, Joanne,
Yeah, yeah, and told her what was going on, and she says, Janet, I'm really concerned about you and Tom and even Joe.
And also Tracy.
Yeah, but Joanne was the first one, and then she said that, and then I think you came in, and then Joe, remember, she said she texted you all that stuff, because we didn't know anything really about it or anything at that point, other than as soon as she brought it up, It answered my only question I was answering, am I sick? Do I got the flu? Or did he do that or whatever? And then it made sense. I says, and it was like more than once. I said, you know, and it wasn't continuously. It was like a one-time shot, and then afterwards, the next day, right after dinner, it happened again, and then happened afterwards a few days later. And then I didn't know what was going on with Joe, and then Joe finally said, hey, Dad, I got the same thing going on. But it was at different times. I was all cleared out and better, except for the other day it started again, this time after I saw the Epsom salt on the kitchen table. And I asked Jen, I got such severe pain down here. What the blank? I got my appendix removed when I was a kid. I says, it can't be that. What's going on? I says, could it be what I told you, what I thought I saw on the table? And she says, it could have been. Plus being on the John for on and off all day long. I says, okay, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, there's a couple times you couldn't even make it to the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I said I would go in with you, because I told, what was his name, Ivanovich, that I didn't tell him that, you know, my dad got it worse than I did, but I'm telling you that he got it worse than me, because I don't drink coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker.
And I said, strangely enough, the coffee did taste a couple bittery funny, but every once in a while you get a bitter tasting cup thing and all that, and I didn't really question it because caffeine's what I need that early in the morning to keep alert, keep rolling. You know, I'm an old guy. And so then I thought, geez, a lot of them didn't taste like that, but a couple of them did. I said, what the blank was going on? But then again, maybe it was him putting a little in there reservoir, just enough so when it sucked it in to heat up the water, it got in my coffee.
Yeah.
And then although one of you guys, I'm not sure which officer said one time, you'd know if they put it in, you could taste it. And I had to ask my wife that question too. If you put Epsom salt in a coffee or something, can you taste it? And Jan says no. That's
So
actually there's no taste to it, she says.
Little after eating, you started getting sick?
No, it was about 6 hours. 6, 7.
There's no taste to Epsom salt. I don't know if that's true. That seems odd.
7 hours. Wasn't immediately. That's the other reason why I got suspicious, and I asked her, and she said, yeah, that's about the time it would take to penetrate the gut through. If anybody would know,
how are you feeling sick?
a real bad double up cramps, almost as bad as where want to go to the hospital. And then finally getting the urge to go, but it took a while. And then it took a while to get out of there where I still had the cramps for a while longer.
Okay, so
Just what I always wanted to hear about. Joe Ditch and Thomas Ditch violently crapping. My night is complete.
you were in the bathroom quite a bit?
And it was a bad stomachache. And I think Mom said the same thing. She had that real bad cramps and stuff too. And I doubt if it was food poisoning. I mean, that's the scary part. Is it or isn't it? What, you know what I mean?
I mean, if it is that bottle, that stuff behind the entertainment center, that don't have taste. I think that's
What's behind the
prescription.
entertainment center?
Look, I think that's the the bottle I showed you. I think
Yeah, that was behind there?
I think that's Miralax, and Miralax doesn't usually have a taste.
No. Was that the one maybe the doctor gave him when he had the colonoscopy?
That is true. There is no taste. When you're in the hospital, they love to give it to you for no matter what the reason is. Yeah, they just mix it in with like juice or something, and you don't taste it.
A few years ago, Joe?
It might have been. I don't know.
But why all of a sudden it's setting out again? Because I took all the medicines, all the pills and everything, and put it in that big red bag, all those prescriptions.
So what happened after you were done being sick?
Afterwards, I felt, there was nothing wrong. It was fine.
Okay. You were mentioning about coffee though, too.
Yeah.
Was it that day that you had coffee and you noticed it tasted a little better? Or was it a different day? And did you get sick after that?
I think it was that, that was the day that I had the coffee in the morning when we do the papers.
Okay.
And then afterwards, I come home, I eat breakfast before taking Jan's breakfast upstairs to the bedroom. And then I noticed the Epsom salt container sitting on the kitchen table.
Okay,
And I
okay.
thought, uh-oh.
Okay, that same day you had coffee and it tasted.
And all this stuff stopped when we stopped drinking anything at the house and went to
Tim Hortons
for coffee in the morning.
Yeah, so since
Yeah.
then you stopped drinking
Yeah,
coffee?
I stopped drinking coffee, but then again,
Okay.
when I started drinking up again, I started kind of trusting him again. He denied it and he didn't,
Yeah.
and all this. And I said, okay, the only way I do this is I don't fill the reservoir up in the coffee machine until I'm ready, and I just pour enough filter water in it.
For you to have coffee.
Have
Yeah,
one
okay.
thing of coffee, so I know it's fresh right from the faucet to
Yeah.
the filter, because I have a Beretta, and put that in there, and then
You know, one thing
It's really sad that Tom kept second guessing himself because he was so paranoid that he was, he was only filling it up at the time he was going to drink it. He was so paranoid that Andy might do something. He was changing his whole entire routine. So that should have been a wake up call for him. But, it didn't seem to be.
I've been noticing though, you remember the Keurig's been clogging up a lot lately too.
yeah. Well, it might be like a
Where
paste
did you find the bottle of Epsom salts?
on the kitchen table where I eat in the morning. I didn't take a picture of it, but I picked it up and I put it in the attic to hide it.
Did you think it was strange?
Very strange.
Why?
Well, because we never have that stuff out, and I can't even remember the last time we had that for anything, and I don't think, and I know it wasn't underneath the sink in the bathroom where we would be storing it. Here's the reason why: because recently I had some plumbing issues, and I had to do the pipe because
Andy probably either bought it himself or he found it in the garage. Now, we got like a little diaper tour in his garage once, where he showed his collection of different diapers. It was a very disturbing video, but they had a lot of stuff out in their garage. And I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere in that house there was Epsom salt and he knew where it was. So yeah.
plugged something up in there, I think, or whatever, and I took everything out of it, and I didn't put anything back in it. And I don't even know where he got that from, to tell you the truth. He must have maybe had it hidden all along for himself. So I'm thinking this game has been going on for some time now. That's,
Okay.
What if we go home and he starts, being, abusive? Should we call you guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
because I know that's what he did give us.
Because I'm thinking, because he's a smart
We're here
person,
long.
he's gonna figure it out. Either one, because we're not gonna tell him, but he's a smart,
Yeah.
Well,
he's
you
a
know
smart
what?
person.
Here's the other thing.
Now, I don't know what Andy's gonna do when they get home. I haven't listened to all of this yet. But I guarantee he is very suspicious. That's why he kept calling and texting. He probably knows what they're doing. It wouldn't even surprise me if maybe somehow he was listening to the call at home. I mean, maybe not since he was calling so many times, but I would never put anything past him.
Mom's still sitting at the dining room table, is she?
I don't know.
I hope he isn't going and getting all over in the face, because nobody's there to know what's going on.
Well, send her a text, check on her, see how you're doing.
That's what it is.
Yeah, see how you're doing, tell her to be home soon.
Yeah, because if you make an obvious call, Andy's gonna wonder, who's that?
Mm-hmm.
And I wanna talk.
Okay, did you ever ask Andy, after this, did you ask Andy about it?
I asked him, but he didn't know anything about it. Now, one afternoon, he was calling dispatch here, and I heard he was threatening whoever he was talking to. And he said, fine, then I'm gonna I'm gonna do a crime so you guys can arrest me, because he wanted you guys to arrest him and all this stuff.
Yeah.
I figured, he's gotta be crazy.
And he says the food's pretty good there. And I'm like, really?
He says, oh, the goulash is real good, Dad, it tastes like yours.
He is absolutely crazy. I mean, he is threatened to blow up crisis service buildings, Social Security. He went up to a cop and told them that he unalived like 8 people. He's done some insane things. He is nuts, and he should have been committed, like a long time ago, and he's still not committed. Wow, it's hard to believe.
I think, gee, thanks. Am my goulash that bad? I hope not.
That's kind of funny. I was thinking the same thing.
Although I don't make it from scratch anymore like we used to. Go to Walmart and buy the jar stuff and put some extra ingredients in it, warm it up, make it quick, and
It's better the next day, too.
believe it or not, Walmart's brands of sauces are really good, even their pizza sauce. You make homemade pizza, it's really great.
I got an Italian wife, we can't have imposter sauce.
No.
No, she won't have it. It's gotta be mom's scratch.
From scratch, that's how it's when she was
Oh, okay. At first I thought he was gonna say she just didn't like pasta sauce. I was like, divorce her immediately.
healthy. We always had everything.
Texting.
The good old days, I kind of miss that stuff because that was awesome stuff,
Yeah. There's no replacing it, right?
No,
No.
you can't replace it.
All right, so, so why did you come to the police station originally?
You're talking about the other day?
Yeah.
We came to talk to an officer about possibly finding out what our rights are and find out if there's any chance Andy could be arrested for that. Because of suspicion that if he does that, he could probably take one of our prescription drugs or one of the other things, get all of them. And even if it was accidentally, put it in something and get us really sick or even worse.
He needed to stop saying accidentally. He's creating doubt there, and for one, it's not good for the case. It's no wonder it fell through. I mean, the police could have went forward on their own, but without actually getting, talking to them. I mean, I guess they could have used their recorded interviews, but it probably wasn't enough. And Tom kept going back and forth, like, well, if he did it, or he might not have known what he was doing, or it could have been an accident. There's just so much doubt there, it's not surprising.
That's when they suggested that we should lock up and put all our prescriptions away just in case, and there was nothing they could do about it at the time.
Oh yeah, another thing that I forgot to tell. Remember those pills you found on the?
Yeah, we didn't know, I don't think they knew about all the text messages and stuff then.
Well, we showed them some of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, and she didn't say
I dove
that much.
into it a little further.
Yeah, because we showed her the bag, I showed her the text, and I think, didn't you play one of the phone conversations from Joanne? Because Joanne was the one that was really worried, especially about Mom.
No, it was Tracy that was.
Tracy? Okay, one of them two ladies.
You know
And I know that my wife and Tracy and Joanne do a three-way a lot of times, and sometimes being ladies, they talk for hours, and not
Yeah.
just about Andy, but a lot of other things, so I don't want to get into it, But my wife, she'll tell me what's going on.
You know what's also funny is I found a I showed Dad there was a coupon. No,
But
this could just have randomly happened. I'm not sure, but there was a random coupon for a year on your Dad's.
But it was outdated.
chair.
It was outdated.
It was outdated.
But he might have kept it just in case and didn't realize that the date was out.
So what are your concerns, Mr. Ditch?
Safety with him. It's gonna hurt somebody or hurt himself, especially us, I think.
It's probably going to affect Mom the most.
Yeah, well, Mom's gonna be really upset and then like she wasn't before, because no matter what, it's her baby, and it always is. I know how motherhood is and all that. And I said, we've tried every darn thing to get him the help he needs and try to get a place to see. Like every time we get close to where he's gonna get the autism test and also get placed in a home, a residential, he blows it.
Yeah,
And he denies it.
Oh,
He
yeah,
blames it. He blames it on her.
I wanna put this bag into there. So how did this come into play? When?
He saw two of your office the night he was in the park and he ran away. And I think it was Officer. Which one of them? Joe.
That's okay.
Anyways, whatever officers caught him in the park told him he can't stay overnight. He said he was running away from home. He had no place to go, and they told him he had to leave. Well, apparently Andy was asking questions and told him about this and showed him the bag and all this stuff. And then that morning he confronted me by, okay, I offered him to have him tested and everything because you accused me of this bag. This is the bag I took a picture and sent it to Joanne and all this other stuff, and this is what's in it. And he threw it at me at the bed, and he left the room. He was denying that it wasn't anything else. And does that really look like the bag that was he photographed it and sent to Joanne? That's what I questioned. The one
So he said he put this in your food?
No. I don't even know why he did that.
Okay.
He just took a picture of it. I think.
And he took a picture and said, "Do you think a police officer would be fooled what this is?"
Okay.
Maybe he still has the original bag and he's just used this as a decoy.
Yeah, maybe.
There's numbers and stuff on the top of this too.
I did that. It's my evidence numbers.
Okay.
It's my case numbers.
I thought maybe he did it. I wouldn't.
No, that's crime. That's evidence tape on there.
Yeah, that's the original bag.
You don't. Yeah. Okay.
Does it look like the same one? It looks like the one on the
This
picture
one
looks larger.
looks
It looks
different.
like a lot more in that package too. And that's what I told Andy, and Andy started to argue with me.
Andy argue? Oh wow, that's so out of character.
That doesn't look larger.
It sure does. And I told him, Andy, it's not the same one. Oh, yes, it is. I said, no, I don't buy it. And Mom says she was examining that one. She says it looks like it's got like crystals in it,
Yeah.
which would indicate that it would have some something else mixed with it.
Sure,
whether-
sure.
And
And Andy was arguing with her
Joanne gave
too.
you that picture.
And I thought, okay, if anybody would know, it would be Mom, because she's been around a lot of medicines and stuff, and she does get clear-headed at times where she's really bright, like she used to be, and it seemed like she was at that moment, and she put her 2 cents in and put her opinion into what she thought, and Andy did not like that. No. I was sitting right there at the dining room table when he brought it up. Oh no! Look at it, arguing.
I got tons of recordings of my advice from Andy.
Just now?
No,
Oh.
from the past.
I got everything too. Officer Strowski said, sooner or later one of these days it's going to get you in trouble, so I advise you to record every single thing he does when you're with him. Because you never know when Andy's going to hit the switch. Thank you.
Yeah, just like when my dad was swearing in the refrigerator and Andy got him in trouble for
Yeah,
it.
swearing in the refrigerator about
Yeah.
meatloaf.
That's what I'm. That's what I'm.
That's a
afraid he's
nightmare.
trying to do again.
Oh, I know he's trying to do it. He's looking for anything and everything.
Yeah.
He's trying to set me up or he's even trying to get her arrested or in trouble, lying and stuff. I said, Andy, you know what you'd do if you got her in trouble and it was false and she got in jail or something? It probably would kill her.
Yeah, and he doesn't care. He basically said that. That's why her comment was, "If I die, I die." That was kind of funny. But it's not funny. The situation is not.
All right. So, would it be fair for you to say that you want Andy to get help and to be placed?
That's what we've been hoping for.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
110%.
Yeah, we like your suggestion of, the mental health court. Maybe, put that in the notes. If there's a way that he can,
Yeah, the
Tell him to
only
go
thing is he's still got the battle. He's got the attorney, and if he's got the attorney that finds a loophole to try to get him out of there because he's going to Horizons and they're on the way to helping him and doing stuff, he might throw the whole thing out because.
So I'm going to print one of these out, have you read it. Make
Okay.
sure it's accurate.
If they're saying he has an attorney right now, so he doesn't go to Horizons or whatever, that's nonsense. Andy has never had an attorney. He might consult with them by sending them an email. He might be able to get like a free, response back or something. but he has never hired an attorney. He doesn't have the money.
Add or take out, please let me know, okay?
Right.
I'll do the spell check.
The other question I got is that when I talked to the other detectives the other day, they said, yeah, that whether or not this would be enough evidence and enough of anything to even accuse or even send Andy up for a trial or anything is very questionable. Because we really never really saw him do any of this stuff.
Right.
We're only speculating on
Right, well,
pictures and all this other stuff.
You know,
but we all
between
know
the
his
text
history.
messages, you getting sick,
And
him trying to cover things up, I mean,
And
that's
his
all
history?
evidence.
Yeah.
That's all physical evidence.
Okay.
So.
Well, he didn't.
Him,
really...
him yelling at me on the phone today, not wanting you guys to come here and sign stuff. Did he say that to you too?
Oh yeah, we heard him.
I'm gonna
we
put
heard
that
him.
in. I'm gonna put that
We
in.
heard him.
So don't hold off on signing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, no, he's just reading that to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember he was yelling at you. He was yelling at us too.
Yet somehow the police still dropped the ball. Even if the ditches did not want to cooperate, they still should have went forward. But, you know, in the end, it's not even their choice necessarily. It's more the prosecutor. So maybe the prosecutor didn't want to deal with it. It seems like Andy's entire life has been, you know, all these people just don't want to deal with him. And that's why he never faces the consequences for anything, ever.
So he definitely knows he did something wrong. And like you originally said, what happens when he gets a hold of prescription drugs, other drugs like blood pressure medicines? There has also been times at work, I'm not sure if this is related, I've been dizzy, but that could be something else entirely, I don't know.
See, after this, obviously they started questioning everything, but they still allowed him to stay there. I could not live that way.
And you're worried that his attorney's gonna find a loophole.
Yeah.
But I think we also have, I mean, based on his records, I think you can also go on saying that he doesn't want to help himself because all the, you know, places he's been denied.
When was he falling apart? About how long ago?
When did he fall apart?
No, he was at the
found in the
park with Scarpino. Officer Scarpino, I think, picked him up.
Oh, the lieutenant?
Yeah, it was the same day we saw the particular.
But I can't remember the other other officer.
officer, yeah.
Okay, on the 20th? No, the 20th.
Yeah, because when Andy, we knew he was gone when we came back and everything. We didn't know. I went look for him upstairs and he wasn't there. And I asked my wife. My wife had no idea. And then when he came back in, he was mad.
When you say the park, you talking about the river here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't. And anyways, he said then he came over here from there to the police station, and he said he brought this bag and showed him and asked him to have it tested because we were accusing him of this stuff.
He might have.
And that was the same thing when later on he came at the house. And he came into my room when I was sleeping because, you know, working nights we always sleep during the day to a certain extent. And he threw it on the bed and started questioning me. And he says, "Here, I had it checked and they refused to check it because they know that's cornstarch. I didn't do anything and all this other blank. And then I put it on my dresser and left it there."
It might have been suicidal that night if it was by the river. But,
you know, Joe, there's so many things going on and everything in details.
I mean,
yeah, no, it's a lot to keep up with.
I mean, he definitely is I mean, I've seen a lot of evidence that he's also been depressed because he's been talking to the, you know, the waitresses at, like, say, Pizza Hut, and he wishes that he could have a family, but he says he can't have one because he doesn't want them to rely on him.
That was on YouTube too.
Yeah, and he wants us. He wants to have a group thing. He wanted to go to a pumpkin farm too lately.
Okay, this is nonsense. Andy has never been suicidal, ever. He might pretend to be, but he is way too narcissistic. He would never end himself. Never.
And he kind of blew that with his behavior that one night. He really got so bad at Burger King, they wanted me to bring Andy back. And because he scared a bunch of the patrons that came in for ordering their food, they turned around and
Poor Andy, he couldn't go back to Burger King. Oh no.
left. And some of them were already sitting down to eat their sandwiches, and they up and left too. And it's like, I says, look, I'm sorry.
Here's
So
his text message. So he's definitely keeping an eye on us.
So you want me to sign this one, or is there another one that we gotta do, or what?
No, that one, I'm gonna throw that one out. I did some retyping here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's so much going on, but now I did remember that it was Lieutenant, he's a lieutenant now too, right, Scarpino?
Yeah, Scarpino's on.
I mean, it's hard to keep track of when them boys first came in here, they were just officers.
Yeah,
Just a little while ago, even
Yeah,
yourself to a
yeah.
certain extent, you know? All you guys are getting up and the other guys are all saying, see ya, have fun.
Yeah.
We put our time in.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take long either,
Yeah.
well, I'll tell you, time flies after a while. It doesn't
Oh, it
seem
sure
like it at
does.
first, but
No, it goes by
like
fast.
Nathan's been here 11 or 12 years already now?
Yeah, I got
Like,
hired
holy
before him,
Christ.
so yeah.
Oh, so you were here a little before him?
1 year before him, yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I'm going on 13.
I say you guys in the fire department has the toughest jobs out there.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, you guess.
Yeah.
It's a tough one because you got
All
a
right.
bunch of people that are unbelievable, huh?
Oh my gosh,
And,
to this age.
and the firefighters are
Yeah,
going
Thomas.
into burning buildings. And don't know
So you're gonna sign
Yeah.
on all 4 copies on this line, okay?
Okay, yeah.
I'll have you, is that a black pen?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's one of Andy's old business pens. That's the other thing. Andy used to be in the computer business,
Yeah, I
remember?
know.
And he made a lot of money, and he was
He's
really good
perfect-
at it and everything. And I
he's
told
perfectly
Andy,
capable.
there is something wrong with you, Andy, that you don't even run, and he wanted
And he
me to
loves
start.
doing that stuff.
And I told him he wanted more money because I got excess to all his money, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not giving him out like
We wanted to pay
adult
his phone
crisis
off.
Yeah.
services were doing because they were managing his money. So he doesn't waste it one day with every stupid thing you could possibly buy. And he's getting angry and mad and all this stuff. And I says, you know what? If you want extra money, Andy, why don't you open up your business and start repairing or advising people on problems with the computer?
Yeah.
He's good at it.
And
He
it
knows
kept
what
him,
he's
it
doing.
kept him out of trouble too, I would think,
Yeah, absolutely.
because he was dealing with actual customers, and he don't want to talk to your problems in front of the customers. I wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that was only a temporary distraction. He never would have held on to that very long, and he didn't. But he is just too chaotic, in my opinion.
Granted, he learned from me, but he.
Listen,
Just for the record, I would not touch a pen that was Andy's. You never know where it's been, okay?
he was good, he was honest,
Yeah.
and he was very fair on the prices compared with
Yeah.
a lot of these other places. So people that couldn't couldn't afford these big store repair shops, I mean, they were really amazed afterwards. At first they were skeptical. I remember being there a lot of times when he was there and all this, and they said, wow, I'm gonna recommend you to so-and-so and all this. I'm gonna send more people over and all this. And he was honest about it, whether or not he could repair it, or even if it was worthwhile. A lot of companies would say, oh yeah, well, I can fix that, but it's gonna cost you
Yeah, yeah,
$700. Well, you might as well throw it out and buy a new one, you know what I mean? And I says, Andy, sometimes you're a little too honest because you're also in there to make some business and make some money, and you wouldn't charge him for looking at it. I says, you still spend a half an hour to 2 hours looking at it. He did it for free.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people.
Yet now he can't do anything. He can hardly breathe on his own. He's so helpless. It's amazing, isn't it, guys? A little crazy.
Got good deals with him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I didn't have to pay for electricity.
Well, yeah, that's right. It was my out of Dad's spot. Like everything.
Even then, I would not be surprised if he was up to something nefarious. I would not trust him around someone else's hard drive. God knows what he might have put on it. I'm just saying, I think he has been a bad individual his entire life.
So basically, mental health court basically upholds like Megan's law or Kendra's law, whatever it was.
Well, you know, I did ask you guys that in the past, and it's not you
Yeah.
specifically. I says Megan's law, And he goes, I forget which officer. We see all you guys, and I says Megan Law is that a person that had a problem like Andy that was going to a psychiatrist that prescribed a certain medication to keep him under control,
Right.
keep him fairly normal. I said, Andy has medication, and I know my wife was checking and counting it, but we couldn't force him to take it any longer because he was already 21 at the time. This is going back a few years. I says, but with Megan's law, that the New York State, I do believe, put it in law, that if you had a mental issue and you were prescribed a certain thing that was supposed to keep you on track, that you didn't cause problems, because we now and then still had to call you guys,
Yeah.
and that you could force him somehow, or somebody could force him to take the medication. And then he's all right, as long as he's taking the meds.
Yeah.
I was told that there was no such thing. And I thought, gee, that's awful strange, because one of the reasons why they put that law, in fact, it wasn't for this guy. If he thought he was all right and he didn't need his meds like Andy, he would have never murdered that poor innocent girl.
Yeah.
And what he did brutally, how he tortured her before putting her out of her misery. I mean, God forbid. You know, any of these guys that are got these issues of mental should be on their medication and being checked by the doctors. And if they're not and they're reported, they should be brought in.
Yeah.
Look, Tom isn't the wisest person in the world, and I don't agree with him on everything, but he makes a good point.
And
But
I also
couldn't get him pull him in.
I also think even though the HIPAA law protects everyone,
Mm-hmm.
I think if it's mental and if it's serious,
Mm-hmm.
that all the local officers, and I'm not sure if you guys can pull up someone's mental health issue.
We can't.
They can't.
But
Just
I think you guys should have access to it because they could be considered a danger to themselves or someone else.
Right. And that's kind of what Crisis Services does.
let me ask you this. When did they change the law that when, like a few times we called you people, back in the day, if we called one of your officers and you checked Andy out and we requested he could go to CPEP
Mm-hmm.
and call an ambulance, but every time in the last few years when we request that,
So
you guys have come over and says legally we can't do that.
Right.
We can't force them to do anything.
I don't know.
How did that change?
It's been that way since I've been on. And like I said, I've been on for almost 13 years now. So there's different parts of the mental health law, and we have to follow the 914 part of it. And we can only send somebody up for a mental evaluation if they're suicidal.
That's what you were telling me.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying
Yeah.
at the park.
So what Crisis Services can do is what's called a 945, and that's part of the mental health law, that they can send anybody up that they deem is not acting right or needs some sort of further assistance.
How do they
And the reason they
figure
do
that
that
one
is because we're not trained counselors.
Yeah,
We're not.
yeah.
We
Yeah,
have
but you
some
got a little.
background.
Yeah, you got a little
Yeah,
bit
we
of
have
feel
some-
to know
yeah.
whether that person's going to hurt
Yeah.
himself or hurt someone else.
So what we do, if we feel like they're a little off kilter from what their norm is, their baseline,
Yeah.
we'll call Crisis Services, and then they can go further than what we
And how
can.
come some of you guys? I'm not blaming you or anything
Sure.
because I don't know what it was. Didn't phone him because I told him. I says, it's really bad. I says, and he doesn't want to go. I says,
Yeah, I
but
don't know, I
he
wasn't
has
there,
to
I
go.
can't speak
I
to
know,
it.
But I wish I would have known that other little secret number to the crisis service. I would have called
Yeah.
him myself and continued it because
Yeah.
I know I've talked to them several times and it wound up to be that they couldn't do anything either.
Yeah,
Not even get him out of the house overnight.
So sometimes the people are deemed not to at that moment to have mental issues. They're having behavioral issues. So there's a difference. And not to say that person isn't mental, but some people in their psychosis have behavioral issues as well.
Uh-huh.
So they kind of read between that and say, okay, he's just being defiant right now. He's not really being, he's not seeing ghosts.
Yeah, there's a difference, right?
Stuff like that. So that's how that works. And that's really, if they didn't do that right now, ECMC would be wall to wall. Yeah.
Yeah, because see, the other thing is the other funny part of what, as soon as he knew we called it in, or Jan called it in, or one of us called it in, Straighten out and act like nothing happened.
Yeah.
And then after you talk
Yeah,
to one of
same
you
thing
guys
with,
on a one-on-one basis, one officer talked to us, the other one talked to him, then it would go away for a while, and then gradually, slowly build up again.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, and
Yep.
But lately it's just been bloop, bloop, bloop,
and you know
like
what it
quick.
is. I mean, look at what he was doing on the phone to you and everything. And I asked him, look at Andy, it's none of your business. I don't want you getting into it, and I will find out what's going on. I was wondering. I said I missed a phone call the other day on Sunday because I'm only watching the Bills game, but I sleep during the daytime,
Yeah, it's
so a little
okay,
hard.
that's
And I
fine.
thought,
I
well,
was-
you know,
I'm not mad.
and I says, Joe, we got to catch up to him. I says, I got to get a phone call and find out what's going on because I got a funny feeling that something serious about Andy, and Andy is not telling us what's going on because
Yeah.
just the way he's acting,
I was
he's
concerned.
acting
So
very
I'm-
strange.
So I took over Joe's position. I'm the family offense and domestic and child detective, okay?
Yeah.
And so I review, the domestic incident reports. I do review any kind of domestic reports. And I found this really concerning. And that's why I was contacting, because it is concerning, and so many other people have concerns as well.
Exactly.
So,
Yep.
I think more needed to be done than what was done, and this is what I can do.
Yeah, and you'd think that Horizon's just taking way too long, even though they kept
Well,
started
it's not their fault, it's just their process, every
Yeah.
time he goes.
Well, yeah, Andy is definitely someone who is continually falling through the cracks. He should not take decades of this type of craziness, along with mental health diagnoses, to for people to be able to take action, for these health services to be able to step in, because in reality, adult protective services can't do anything. You don't even have to talk to them. If they come and say, you've done this or that, we need to talk to you, you can say go away, and they have to go away. They cannot do anything against your will unless you were deemed like completely incompetent. And he is not, and it has never been. That's the problem.
New
Well,
counselor, they have to get to know him, and then
Well,
they
don't
have to,
forget, he went back after they dropped him last
He was
year.
at Horizon.
And that's why he went back there, because he found out that they were willing to help him this time. And this is the other strange thing since Andy left there. They didn't deal with autism and a lot of other issues, mental things. Now they got a
Yep.
whole new string of everything going on. And that's why these doctors, 3 of them were there today, and I was really impressed on them.
Yeah.
And he wanted to make sure that they're going to get the right medication, but that still doesn't guarantee once they tell, hey Andy, you got to take such and such a thing, or you got
That
to,
doesn't mean
hey
he's gonna
Andy, you
take
got to, or you got to do such and such a thing, or wherever we're going to put you, Andy, doesn't mean he can do that or will do it. And we can't watch him, we can't force him to take the medication. And like you said, he could turn around and say, I'm going to fire all of them like he's done in the past for other places.
He wouldn't take any medication unless it has to do with autism. Now, if they could trick him and say this is for autism, then he might take it. But otherwise, he is not going to take anything for, say, schizoaffective disorder. No. So he remains untreated.
because he doesn't like the outcome.
He doesn't like it. He don't want to hear it. All he wants is autism. And then you
Yep.
probably heard this word. All I'm asking for is I want help.
Yeah.
I want
Oh, he
help.
says it all the time.
I want help. And I
Yep.
figured, how can you get
Yep.
help if you can't help yourself first? You can't get help, and he don't like to get that.
You know what Schultz told Andy is like, Andy,
man.
you're only hurting yourself by not going to these
Yeah, let these people
appointments.
help you. Yeah. Well, let me get you guys out of here.
You probably want to get out of here.
Well,
We kept you over tonight?
Yeah, it's
We're
okay.
going to give you shorter hours
That's
tomorrow.
okay.
right?
I'm here to help you. If I gotta stay to do that, I'll do that. No biggie.
All right, guys. So they're heading back to the car. They're going to head home. I'm going to end it there. Now, there's a little bit more mixed in here for the next couple of hours that might be interesting. So I'm going to go over it tomorrow, and I will make a part 2 video, okay? So I hope you guys check it out. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it wasn't as funny or sassy, because this was a pretty serious topic. And I have never heard this either, so it was interesting. And also, as far as I know, no one has heard this last, hour of it, because the only video he had released was 45 minutes long. and that was from the beginning to that 45-minute mark. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like the video, subscribe if you want, all that fun stuff, and I'll be back soon, okay? Peace, guys.